Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Well, guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Ooh. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item? Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you too?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the Academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the Academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the Academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the Academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the Academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshred and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the Academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein El Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that? So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us... Oh, this is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find...
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Huh! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of Mora this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick Mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Deshret, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? Huh. What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Oh, Paimon can't stand to see so much more go.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're, archaeology students!
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the mora you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Tevat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too! Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions! He went that way! After him!
Should I adjust the shipping schedule? What's going on? Welcome. How can there be Kairagi here?
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Welcome. Should I adjust the shipping schedule? Both quantity
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to... Oh, I advise you... All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses!
Who exactly are you two? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your life.
Huh? Oh, yeah!
She doesn't even have a...
Maybe not. Those high-headed...
We'll reconvene at... You were willing to... Look.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the...
You know almost... This is what you've been looking for.
Huh?
This. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct.
That's,
It's essentially... They were created as... But despite... Over the past... Meanwhile, those which the Eremite... Well, I think that about sums it up. Oh... So, with our current arrangement, you're still Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with... I need you to find someone named Dory. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior she's guarded against people. I think she blacklisted me. Become one of Dory's customers.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges. You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their... Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for Ware. I'll prepare some funds for you.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time! We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh? That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the...
Try inspecting them with element...
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here's the... Don't be cheap. Oh, and be sure to exercise...
Matra?
They belong to the Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. Okay, then we...
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy? What a unique palette. We have unripe hara fruits, but we...
Following the paper got us past the...
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe...
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to
I'm sorry.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a...
Before I retrieve your... Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? I'm guessing that you're going for a more traditional packaging since...
Wait a sec. Sumeru City style means we're only buying a few things. It won't take us...
I'm sorry.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a...
Before I retrieve your... Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you...
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears red...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow. You two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Delicious food, freshly made.
He ran that way! Look, he's over there! Hey! If you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way! Another password! Huh? Oh. Here, over here. You can stop running now. So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing...
Oh, very good. Huh? Wait, you're Dory? I'm Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I
I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed.
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much more. So that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, as long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all... Ah, yes, of course.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably...
What kind of products do you seek, my dear cousin? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on sale now for 3...
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that topic?
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful.
2 million Mora. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are...
Alright, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
Ah, you've really...
Take these, please.
My, oh my. You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are... Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000...
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole 1,000,000. But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth half of... Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, everything we bought belongs to Al-Haytham. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem. You've got a deal, Dory. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000 Mora.
Excellent. Then please, select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here.
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we...
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million Mora each.
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go. Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need, bring your Mora to Dory and doors will open.
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Haytham. Hopefully now...
Ha, you two made it.
Whoa, there's so many people from the academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wikela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting—
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer.
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru when we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods. We came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposed—
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think—
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine— As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still— My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of— I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, however, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar.
They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains King Deshret's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the Academia—
So you kept hounding them because they—
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into— The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within— To ensure the capsule unless I know whose hand— Dory is the most—
In other words, you wanted us to—
Yes, you can say that. The day after tomorrow, if I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay.
Alhaitham.
You two want to try using a knowledge— Doing so right on— All right. This place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare—
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, we can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using this While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor— There may be variances in your physical strength.
Wow! Alhaitham! Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. All right, let's begin the test. Just fight—
everything!
No, my sword!
Haste!
By royal decree!
Yeah! Committed to memory!
Whirling snow! Yeah! Yeah! Ah!
All right. The next step is hold it in your hand. I'll...
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it...
All right. Time for round 2.
Let me read you a verse. Huh? Rain outlines your...
I see everything!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Everyone hold hands!
Kamisato art! Sometsu! Take flight! Yeah! Whirling snow!
Now, I'll start...
Oh, Hatham, how...
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve...
Wait! How much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that amount!
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce as... At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response and...
Let's see Dory today and act...
Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patron. You name it. Hand knowledge, supplies, or anything else.
Can you really get us anything?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me. Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would have, but you know, that kind of of information. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big trouble.
But how can we be sure your information is accurate?
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's happening. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, it's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The divine
Ain-el-Ahmar? You mean the Eremites who worshipped King Deshret?
Ah, so you're already... The group has done everything in their power to obtain the divine knowledge. That divine knowledge capsule is unlike... The capsule is clear.
Thanks for the info,
Please, it's...
Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham. Al-Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some gut. All right. In which case, if we play our cards right...
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again. See you then.
Al-Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's...
Yep, let's...
Al-Haytham. I knew you were crazy.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take... This is turning into...
Back up! Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come!
No, my sword! Huh? Oz, revealed!
Where do you think you're...
Yeah. Hey!
Take flight!
Where do you think you're...
Whirling snow! Sakura swirl! No, my sword! By royal
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss? Boss! Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired! Arrest him! Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
World, forget me.
What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him? Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Possessing it doesn't grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge. Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule would be...
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how we can go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery!
I'm heading back to the Academia. How about you two?
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good. Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
We didn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time.
What's so great about Snezhnaya?
There she is! Dunyarzad! We're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon should...
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also... Speaking of which, did you manage...
Of course we went! A lot of things...
I see. If there is another chance...
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both...
Dia! You were...
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what...
It's alright, Dia. The festival's tomorrow.
Even when you put it that way...
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna...
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing this sooner. I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow me.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
Here we are.
It looks really
nice. Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get...
That's Paimon's specialty.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow? All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia is still insisting on her covert protection.
Yeah, it'll be pretty hard to...
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
Paimon started to really look forward to the Sub-Zero Festival. Oh, no. Thinking about... Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad.
Traveler.
Good morning, Dunyarzad.
Not at all.
You've worked so...
You know it. Well... Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look! Everyone hold hands! I see everything!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of... So, what's...
It's another sub-zero. Generally speaking, the most common selections are foods like Rukashva.
So, this... Wait, then wouldn't the... Oh, Traveler, we have... Thanks!
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical divination? Those two things...
Right? I thought this...
So...
It's quite simple.
Sure sound...
That is precisely what we need.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Why does everything sound so much more...
So that's the true wisdom behind it. Okay, one moment.
Paimon wants to take a look too!
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking...
Oh, I remember now. It means...
Illusions and love.
Yes.
He's not even trying...
Naturally, fate...
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still...
They say the Sub-Zeros festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's dance of Sub-Zeros will be just as impressive.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat.
Hey, it's Dunyarzad!
Wow!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zeros festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The Hallowed Night...
Attention! In the name of... All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't...
Yes, Knight!
Just what is going...
Ferris?
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple and
Whichever one. Don't these boxes all look the same?
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh? What's up with those two flavors?
Oni kabuto is a little spicier than lizard tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants the Sunsetia flavor. It's all right. Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Attention!
Oh, Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles.
The Sunsetia flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this?
Really?
It's night of...
They all basically sound...
Oh, actually, Can you come with me to get it?
Dunyarzad, you...
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right? Hey, wait a minute. Pause.
Isn't that her? Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't...
They're a gang of kidnappers!
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homiyanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Maid!
Don't speak so disrespectfully.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One Traveler, take Miss...
No! We're gonna stay and help!
Please be careful. Don't waste your time. We're...
Yarzad, are you okay?
Yeah.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after...
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, Traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took care of them so fast!
Any more of them? Or rather, did any...
Dia, your arm!
Oh, this?
Please, let me...
Come on, it's...
Hold on, you said some... It can't be.
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad,
Okay. Thank you very much.
Don't be like...
Are you feeling unwell again?
My lady, your condition...
Truly, I'm...
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born...
Can't believe it's Elazar!
Oh, Sumeru's current...
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time. Since I was a child, I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world.
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusan, thanks. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh?
Isn't the Dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? Nilou will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sub-Zeros festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for?
Yeah. Were you not aware that—
Over there!
I think I just saw the Academia's grand—
But the dance of Sub-Zero—
The Sub-Zero's festival. The law also prohibits the private host— If you continue to— The Grand Sage is already—
How—
The Academia was original— This is a hard pill to swallow.
Art. Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth. While people like you—
No!
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before—
Understood.
The Sub-Zero's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your—
Nilou, are you okay? Oh,
yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance.
Nilou, it's all right.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zero so much. And I know how important
It's okay. It would be too risky to continue the
If you say so.
The next— Yes. Okay. It's a problem.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those hurt.
It really is okay. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets.
A lot. Nilou and Dunya's are Yeah.
All connections have been secured to construct the most. The project has entered its most critical phase.
Oh, we're gonna be late! It's all because you and we should go meet. Good morning, Dunyarzad.
Not at all.
You seem kinda...
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go?
Sure! Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the—
You are quite well informed,
They're all actually...
It's one of the Sub-Zero's festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize.
Remnants appear to be in the form...
Really?
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now.
Is he really looking...
Oh, right. But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fear...
Understood. I'll keep...
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty... So, where to next?
All right, soldiers. Now that you—
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on?
Ferris, the...
Oh, do you want—
What's... Ooh!
And there's also—
Traveler, help...
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to... Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon, bet you had... Huh? How's that possible? It's obviously big. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? A feeling of... Oh, Paimon knows what that is. In that case, Paimon also felt something. So, why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it. You're intentionally doing things.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like? Got it. You don't look like...
Charcoal-baked Angelina cake. Isn't it that burned thing that didn't look... Oh, Paimon under... That thing... Isn't this going a bit too far? How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it takes... Then, you mean... That's impossible. We were... So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu? Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here... How about... we go out again and try some... Hey! Dunyarzad is sitting by herself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dunyarzad. We meet again.
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now.
Kidnappers?
I'm okay.
Whew.
Not at all. I've always been like this. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days...
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh?
Dunyarzad, have you...
Deja vu?
Oh, Paimon's...
It's almost time.
Huh?
Nilou's dance of...
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do... When we return...
Understood.
The Sub-Zerus.
Nilou?
Oh. It's okay.
But you've been really looking for...
It truly is.
True, but...
The next festival.
Wait.
No, nothing.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! Dunyarzad... So, in the end, you... Maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We could do more...
Observing a modest drop.
Continue to monitor.
Why does Paimon feel so anyway, we should go meet Dunyarzad right away. keep you waiting.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tight.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry.
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler?
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sub-Zero's festival. Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies? I have some boxes of candy here. Pick whichever one you want. It's not that simple. Each box contains a... And there's also... No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Oh-ho! I like your confidence. No hesitation at all.
Paimon knew she always had incredible luck.
Ah!
What?
That couldn't have been mind reading?
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler? Hey, what's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kinda rude, you know. What are you looking for? Why did we come here? Traveler? That's... Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there 2 Dunyarzads? You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this. A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? What's inside? You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon? Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do. What the? This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero. Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't... What the heck?
Your sense of it was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar as you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good. What's happening? Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is... As for the truth, I can only give...
She looks like she isn't doing...
If we can break up what as things are...
You sure love to use...
Okay, so... With what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
We've already experienced the Grand Sage... The moon illusion... What's happening right now? My mom... That should... We've already
A time loop.
Still
a simple time...
Dunyarzad.
The Sub-Zero's...
Let's think about our current situation. To save and to do that, Nahida would Paimon's memory.
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend? I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of... Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I haven't felt anything strange.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the forest yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that no...
He actually has a... True? Anyway...
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back.
Help?
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said, are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
Paimon knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies. It really felt like an omen.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. It's no good for practical problems. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll Yeah, if we tap into Dia's strong sense... at this time of day...
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then...
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check...
How did you know what I was going to...
We need to say something...
Dia sold her greatsword to Rick. People in the moon illusion. My mind Dia sold her
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including
All right, so this is the...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not...
She's quieter than usual.
Yeah, her parents said that this is how she was like...
Huh?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about.
My lady, are you angry? All right,
Things can't go on like this.
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunya.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she do?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma.
I can sense her aura.
Do you believe us now? So, you think the same?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zeru's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the... Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means...
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
So, this Nahida you mentioned.
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the...
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for, but...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What is... Okay. That doesn't sound... What's happening right now seems to have happened. My mind feels exhausted.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from... Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single mass. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep Traveler, did you...
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime is exceeded.
But we cannot...
Paimon remembers everything.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why's that? But now we can at least confirm... Oh, Paimon doesn't get it.
It's extremely difficult for lab rats and...
If we're lab rats... The moon?
Anyway, knowing who I am...
Oh.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Huh?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like...
You didn't get hurt
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnapped—
How did you know what I was gonna say?
Forget it. Go and do your thing. Whew. It's finally nighttime. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
Really? Good job on the—
Hey! What kind of an—
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? This tomorrow it's even possible—
Okay, no more!
That's why it makes— Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away. Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for— Yeah, even though it's happy and lively up—
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara? Why did you tell us?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often.
Paimon thought the Duke did that!
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this— In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist.
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues—
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah, you're right. Gosh.
So, what's your—
The moon, illusions, and mercenaries Okay. Okay. Nahida said we've already all our memories.
Oh, then the beep we hear every night. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. But muscle memory.
A brilliant
Nahida, tell us if we're right.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find her...
there you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would?
Well, you're still getting used to your...
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell...
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's got no... Oh, that works!
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by...
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this greatsword, but my brain just...
Yes! Your memory's being
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsense. Come with me. Miss Dunyarzad, please come along.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the... Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces?
That's true, but...
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own...
Is it really impossible? What if they use some...
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate... Whew! I hope that cleared things up for you. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Yep, that's true. Strange? Paimon... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's... Paimon can't believe it! How about we go back and ask Nahida?
You're back early today. Did you find...
Sort of. We're mostly sure...
leaving the city.
We did? But we don't remember...
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate, but you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigation.
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory,
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow. Our memories are back! About that...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I haven't listened to it and you...
Can't go back! There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of... It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday! Okay, let's go!
We don't have many more
Whirling snow!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Sharing my knowledge. I see everything.
The Anahitian blessing.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the Academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at...
That's your problem. Make sure you...
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we...
Here we go again. Don't... We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit and...
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything, this is a good spot. And the guard... Huh? Why? But... What if... Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. And please... Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised
Paimon, calm down.
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forgive you.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two...
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared. No way! Paimon...
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you... I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days...
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden, but this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But how can we say...
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared... Well...
Yep! No!
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this...
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already
To make something like this? Nahida.
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're...
We'll never know until we try. Let's go then. Let's expose those All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated, so... Okay, see you tomorrow! That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty, except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left, but everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out.
There's another part here.
These spaces have been disappearing. And now, behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the
Probably because...
Oh, right.
The message. It should have come from the...
After the beep,
Traveler. What do you think that final space could have...
All the bizarre spaces... Was that space... My impression... Was that space...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of Paimon's head is...
Well, consider this. So no matter how strange or spooky...
Wow, the Archon War. Hey! Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go...
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away! Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know! Oh, wait, no.
You're back! I've been waiting forever. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero? Okay.
Okay. Nahida's... We've already all the... Those spaces remind... The moon... People in... Those spaces... We are all in a...
People in Sumeru think they don't dream. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact...
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? It compiles the wisdom, and it grants knowledge to the people.
That doesn't...
It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's...
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling But is stealing everyone's dream...
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So, in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from—
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the
Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. Those dreamscapes kept...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's... Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside. No one is any the wiser as another day passes and people wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha—
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha—
Alright, last question.
They say that alchemical divination is the
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon— Now that you mention it, Nahida, it's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have. You asked me this question. Now that you know this, have you heard the saying, "Don't wake a sleepwalker"? Your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing. Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard. After we end the Sub-Zero's festival, Samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academy—
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of—
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey, what's wrong, Nahida?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also—
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep, so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the
But personality—
Puppets are stiff. You know,
Dunyarzad truly—
Yes. I just gave her a little wisdom, so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even far from it, I'm still a long way— I couldn't even save her.
Please don't beat yourself up. Don't be like that, Nick.
To prevent more
Great, but—
Although that means this—
Huh?
Well, which means—
Imagination.
Imagination, like when the server— However, if you're— The dream will respond. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter— Find some way to make that person real—
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for— And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're— After all, like you said—
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who could— As for me—
Out of town?
Yes. Nari
and— She was such a good person. Yeah, but— Paimon's wondering. Huh. That's true. So, who do you think— Oh, question.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine.
An experiment?
Could you make a...
You want me to...
Less questions, Mom!
Okay, my wish.
Oh.
I noticed her. She just doesn't see... I've also...
So...
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want... What she didn't realize was that... Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but... that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh!
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but... Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone...
My lady.
That sounds like Dia! Oh. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. Fine, all right. Knock yourself out. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit?
Everyone hold hands!
Witness the power of Gugwa! Huh? No, my sword!
Oz, reveal!
This might hurt a little.
You want this one?
Take flight!
That's enough.
Law of the jungle!
Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Rain outlines your...
Grow!
I summon thee! My apologies!
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that, yeah, even... This is the place! Hey, the windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek. This was only a temporary... Should we open? Wow. Even though she must have wanted if we hadn't found the... But now that we know... Hey! Where are you off?
How did I do that? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled.
There will always be frustrations in life.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just what? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single... The Grand Sage...
Oh. Traveler? You don't have to get involved.
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been skipped? Oh, of course! If this... So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Yes.
That beautiful shade of purple.
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the...
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple body Saras don't exist in the real world anymore. But it's just like the example Nahida told. So when you saw the flowers, but if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to be... How should we make Nilu...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this lesser...
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, as far as you know, people in Sumeru...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage?
Ooh, sounds familiar.
Yep. But in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you?" In the end?
So,
Yes.
Paimon understands where you're coming.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost up. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zero's.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time. Paimon's head. Paimon thinks it. The Sub-Zeros! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero? Quick! Take off your Akasha! She's not in her room. What happened, huh?
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the
I'm sorry, who?
Dunyarzad!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? And
it's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
let's talk about Dunyarzad.
After we parted on the last day among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, where both will gradually fade until they come. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible, but it still wouldn't have.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right?
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been...
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps, as you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of
a message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers.
Okay, so what?
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the but I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick. Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain.
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. No, this puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine... Got it. I hope we answered... to be honest... Oh, and you don't need to worry.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything...
What a relief.
Travel?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker.
I see. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh,
We spent quite some time in Sumeru City. Lord Kusanali. We haven't heard anything from her.
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Oh, how about the... and if possible...
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask, just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? So it's been you this...
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways. And I even had a really... It was another dream. In my dream, I also got to sit on the...
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time.
Huh?
No! By the way...
Yes, I paid her if her condition is stable, but for the moment...
Right.
So our first...
Oh! Good boy.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. So this is a day in the life of the Traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time. I wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Yeah.
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts. I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha tourniquet. It seems that from the
Have you already caught the sage?
I'm guessing not yet. But this... In any case, I probably... No, wait,
You mean it'd be...
no, it's not doing that with being...
That's a good point.
We're in the dark as of now, after all.
Nahida, here's to...
According to a popular...
Okay, but...
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sage.
You're saying we should recruit as... Oh, before coming back...
Actually, I already...
Setaria. We ran into her, but Paimon's still...
She was born in...
Oh, Paimon!
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, soon after, the star began, but in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt.
And from the sound of it, but she doesn't...
Indeed, she's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already been right. That way, not from my past tomorrow afternoon to prepare. This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Setaria?
No, I already have enough information on Setaria.
Talking style and...
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh! My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the Lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects. No problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for... Harut.
Actually...
Is that so?
If you were...
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship.
Oh, I reckon...
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you... After that, I began...
That's nice.
Oh, no, not...
I see. I'll have someone in...
No problem.
This should be our final stop.
Nahida!
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's...
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh?
If I recall...
After all, but...
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing! So this restaurant...
That's right.
I see.
Thank...
Sataria's... I remember you mentioned... Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the
Oh, Paimon! Although she knows she should return home to help the people...
Well, King Deshret is long gone. And Sataria is also... If we simply engage... But...
So, you...
Yep. As long as every...
so that's...
Exactly.
Huh?
That's no problem.
Huh. That is pretty convenient.
Although I've been observing humans for a while,
You're not wrong. It's always been painful,
if it...
Yeah.
All right.
There she comes! Satori is here! Let's quietly follow her. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find...
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me is a very... okay. Strange. I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names? Are you sure?
Well,
Huh, I see.
So...
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you...
A mess?
Well...
I hear you. The gods are at Sataria.
Why haven't...
Sataria.
And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's...
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god...
Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the Academy.
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal
Oh, no. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa! Well done. Sataria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida, it seems like you and all I know are some Anyway, enough. He's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Gardening? But don't you... Speaking of, how's he doing? Oh, that's good. Actually, while we're talking...
Yeah, he's been...
If you could find he has a quick
Oh? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean... You've also become a believer of King Deshret?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this! You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Come on! Sataria's already started talking with Shishan!
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, How could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King Deshret as well!
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia, and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
Even now, Satari is still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of King Deshret, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of King Deshret. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunity.
How do you know me so well?
That's not important. If you could provide some assistance...
I've actually never believed in the gods. Please tell me. I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest, but I know very little about the full scope. I've just been working to meet the grand However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city
to fight against the Academia.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant. One thing, though. I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The Academia entrance? Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave.
All right, I trust.
So, if I...
that'll depend on the judge.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the God of Wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side!
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. She's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, Now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is
pray. But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just...
No.
So this is... day in the life of a traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine.
That's right. I suppose I'm the other...
Shh! We're on a secret...
Yep, Paimon's right. If something were to... After all...
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about off. What do you feel? It's the...
No, I think she's... If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets.
Huh.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off.
Well, regardless... Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. This hour of the night.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Whew. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah, now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis? Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right? You mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia Forest? That has to be the same project! Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville!
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
strong! Stand with me! Dissipate! Stand with me! Something's come up? Whirling snow! Yeah! Yeah! Speed of light! Hey! Don't blink! Yeah! Yeah!
Wait for my signal.
To keep an eye on those meditating scholars in the forest.
For the next interview. Hopefully I'll meet a loaded scholar who will at least pay me enough for a drink.
I see everything!
Hold it right there! A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around.
Are you mercenary?
corps of 30! We're nothing like those government We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in—
The outcast? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon.
You're up, Traveler!
Everyone hold hands!
Rain Cutter!
Yeah! This was unwise! Committed to memory!
Whirling Snow!
New punch.
My apologies!
Hey!
Stand with me! Lightning Shuriken! No, my sword!
Where do you think you're going?
Drop! Whirling Snow!
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
My apologies!
Need!
Whirling Snow!
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite? Yeah. Looks, but this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. Going up against smart people. Traveler and Pipe Kale! It's
As a result...
Oh, Kale! Speaking of Tainari...
Oh, Master Tainari?
He left?
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes... No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to... to leave in such a hurry? Master Tainari, I know that before he became a forest...
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of... Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Don't worry. I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please...
Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale! Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but...
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I was facing the doctor by even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can...
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure...
Huh? But I wasn't...
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right?
When you left, I was still in the middle instead. He did something closer to creating hallucination. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and my... I wouldn't be relieved. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to... It feels plus. The doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being...
We shouldn't give up...
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. You didn't come here.
We're looking for us.
Okay.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. As a jeweler cherishes their gems. I wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Actually, it's very smart. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after even a pool of
Paimon feels like only the
Huh? But...
Well, we understand that point
when you left. Instead, he just... Luckily, I managed to finish... I wouldn't be relieved. I gave away my true... Also,
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between... Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently...
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another...
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get...
Yes, I have. I can see the travel... You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
We're looking for a scholar we know.
Okay.
Traveler?
Ah! It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise!
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the...
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Wait, no. Did you already...
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy when my consciousness made contact with the gods.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Remember? I promised to help you understand. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you...
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but...
Hold on. I brought some spirit born ale with me.
Where are you...
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help...
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? But how is he connected to the divine consciousness?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such... Alas, if only that which be...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periportal life, but rather...
Ah! You... Why are you so... I found divine wisdom.
Apasia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the... After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? Wait, then where is Nahida's...
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body, the doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness. So I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night...
Oh no! Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense! Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything with... Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown... Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from that... Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that lot of sense. Huh, but she isn't with the—
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana, correct? Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the Traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side. So, I trust you.
Thank you, Tighnari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
That. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in the— What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being—
Tighnari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because—
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Di and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particular, but I still didn't expect them to do something at the doctor and the balladeer. From your description, but then, what is—
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over every—
I'll stay here for now. If you're planning to go into the come find me here if there's a—
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully Hypatia—
Snow that once adorned the world in silver, thaws to reveal the gleam of the fruit upon frost-laden branches. chivalry will...
Everyone hold hands!
Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain outlines your fate. Dissipate. I'll settle this.
Committed to memory! Yeah!
Stand with me.
Earlier!
Take flight. Kamisato art. Surrender. Our bond is strong.
Snow that once adorned the world in silver thaws to reveal the gleam of the fruit upon frost-laden branches. How picturesque. Only some tea would make the setting more complete.
Good eye.